Let's continue the story. While the men stood outside the palace, scared, they heard a beautiful voice singing songs from within the palace. They called out to see the woman who sang in such a magical voice. All the men are scared to see this, that wild animals, lions, wolves, tigers, they are roaming freely in front of the palace. Then they hear a magical voice of a woman singing. They want to know who is singing so melodiously, so they call out to see the woman who is singing so sweet in the beautiful voice. Sirs came out and opened the shining doors, and she gently invited them to enter. All of them followed her except Eurylochus, who remembered how they had been fooled at the giant's palace. He was sure that the woman was not true and she meant harm. Sirs come out, opening the shining doors. She politely invites them to the palace. All of the men follows her, but Eurylochus does not go inside. He remembers what has already happened. They had been fooled at Giant's palace earlier. He realizes that the woman is also not true and will harm them. Soon, deep inside the palace, Circe gave the companion of Eurylochus and Odysseus wonderful food to eat and juice to drink. Inside the palace, Circe gives food and juice to all men of the Odysseus and Eurylochus. Eurylochus waited for them for a long while and then went back to the ship, tired and worried. He begged of Odysseus to help his companion, but he was too scared to accompany Odysseus in his adventure. Odysseus is standing outside. All his men are inside the palace. He is waiting for them, and when they do not return, he goes back to Odysseus. He is very tired and quite worried. He requests Odysseus to help his companion, help his friends, but he does not want to go with Odysseus as he is quite afraid. He is very scared. Odysseus went out all alone without any fear or doubt. As he went up to the palace of Circe, the messenger of God came to his help. He told Odysseus all about Circe and how she had turned his men into beasts. Now, Odysseus, he goes all alone to save his men, and on his way to palace, the messenger of God, he meets him, and he also tells him that he has come to help him. He informs Odysseus that Circe has magical powers and she has changed his men into beasts and animals, and she also tames all those men. But I will save you, said Hermes, and stop Circe from doing any harm. With that, he gave Odysseus a strange plant, black at the root, but with the flower as white as milk. Hermes tells him that he has come to help him. He will save him from Circe's magic, and he gives him a magical plant. The plant has black root and its flower is as white as milk. He called it Molly. He told Odysseus that if he carried the Molly with him, Circe would not be able to enchant him. Hermes calls the plant Molly. Its name is Molly. He also tells Odysseus that if he carries Molly with him, Circe would not be able to cast magic on him. She will not be able to enchant him. When Circe touches you with her wand, said he, you must draw your sword out and attack her. She can do you no harm, but you must force her to free your men. Then Hermes disappeared amidst the woods, and Odysseus went out on his way to the palace of Circe. He also tells him if Circe tries to touch him with her magic stick, he should draw his sword out. He must take his sword out and attack her. She cannot harm him, and he must force her to free his men. After telling how he can save himself from the magic of Circe, he disappears into the woods, and Odysseus he goes on his way to the palace of Circe to save his men. Listen it again carefully. Thank you.